Stigmatized topics are often not spoken about in the public view. Here is Team S11 discussing about one of the most problematic situations in India, pornography usage.
Hello. The internet, today's sensation, has got over at our fingertips. Pornography has always been a taboo and a great topic of discussion, especially among the curious young adults. In what began as printed photos in magazine corners, pornography is now being consumed via high-definition videos and is expanding in the virtual reality as well. With the extensive use of internet, it is now easily accessible, affordable, and anonymous. About 68 million search requests and 35% content downloaded in the internet all over the world is about pornography. When it is so easy to access, it makes it that much more important to spread awareness regarding the ill effects of its consumption in our life.
We have conducted a cross-sectional study on common pornographic usage with a sample size of 471 young adults. Aged between 18 to 24 were involved in the study. Out of the respondents we have received, 55% were male, 44% were female, and 1% preferred not to reveal their gender. The statistical significance was calculated from chi-square calculator and the p-value was estimated to be less than 0.005, which means that the study conducted was statistically significant. The PTCS, or Problematic Consumption Scale, consists of 18 questions and assesses 6 domains, that is science, mood modification, conflict, tolerance, relapse, and withdrawal. Responses were recorded on 7-point scale grading. A cutoff score of 76 was used to ascertain problematic use. A cutoff score of 13 was used to ascertain problematic use in each domain. We have plotted EPU scores in each domain between male and female in a 21-year-old age group. And the results were found out that the EPU scores were higher in male compared to female.
Scientific and chemical basis of addiction. When we are first exposed to an erotic image or a video, the visual pathway sends impulse to the visual association areas. The image is then processed and stored in the Papez circuit, which is a memory circuit. The Papez circuit is connected to the limbic system, which has amygdala and hippocampus. The limbic system controls the mood and behavior of an individual. So how do we get addiction? The mesolimbic dopamine pathway arises from the ventral tegmental area and connects to the nucleus accumbens. This is known as the reward pathway as it is heavily associated with pleasure, reward seeking, impulsivity, and learning. So, the mesolimbic pathway has connections to 3 other brains like hippocampus, amygdala, and the prefrontal cortex. Mood modification. So, according to our study, we have found out that 21-year-olds have given a high score in the domain of mood modification. So, pornography addiction is associated with high levels of dopamine. High levels of dopamine activate a protein known as delta phosphate. Delta phosphate causes rewiring of the brain and makes it crave for the substance or a behavior which caused the increase in the first place. This creates a positive feedback loop where increase in dopamine levels causes accumulation of delta phosphate. This cycle is the basis for addictive behaviors.
These dangerous traps are a mouse click away. Enough is never enough. Signs of pornography addiction. Excessive viewing of pornography could be a sign of addiction. Engaging in risky behaviors at workplace or at any place where a person might be seen. Graphical representation of
is visually magnetic to the brain. Psychological effects of pornography. Constant binging and seeking that dopamine reward hit can lead to a deep habit that it can lead to addiction. Pornography addiction is disruptive because it instills unrealistic expectations in the audience about the individual's personality. Problematic pornography seems to have a positive correlation with loneliness, anxiety, headache, personality changes, neuroticism, reduced sexual life satisfaction. Social isolation. Withdrawing from a social activity, feeling depressed, choosing porn over people. Mood disorders, feeling anxious, depressed, feeling powerless in relation to porn, loss of focus and poor decision making. Risks ahead. Accessing porn at work, abuse imaginary, participating in criminal sexual activity, producing or selling porn, engaging in physically unsafe sex.
Data from the study we conducted shows that the high scores were obtained in the domain of tolerance in the age group of 23 in comparison with the age group of 21. This shows that exposure to online pornography, as there is a shift in the type of pornography and the duration of pornography being viewed.
The addiction aims to identify the causes of the behavior and changing pattern thoughts that influence the addiction. 1. Avoid triggers that may encourage someone to view pornography. 2. Setting up one's computer or mobile so that it's difficult to view explicit adult content. 3. Joining social activities may help one get their mind off pornography. Interpretation of the data suggests that the age group of 21 years old has higher tendencies of relapse. Like chronic diseases, addiction often involves cycles of relapse and remission, but there's help and there's hope. Prevention of relapse includes 1. Install tracking devices and control the recovery porn addicts electronic devices. 2. Participate in long-term outpatient porn addiction therapy. Behavior modification and therapy includes cognitive behavioral therapy, acceptance and commitment therapy, psychodynamic therapy, certified sexually addiction therapist. Medication involves opioid antagonists and selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. Newer modalities of treatment include virtual at-home treatment programs. The stress, stigma, and neurochemical changes affect and cause bipolar disorder, anxiety, and depression to develop. Hence, it is very important to treat them. Treat porn addiction. A lot of people with compulsive pornography usage tend to suffer in isolation and believe that they're alone in this. So reassurance that their problem is one of the most prevalent issues in the country and assuring them the problem that it can be treated is important.
Very good presentation. Congratulations to all of you. But I wanted to understand what is the conclusions of your study. What were the final conclusions? Hit points. What are the conclusions from your study? You just presented the study, no results. So what is the conclusion?
Sir, the conclusion derived from the study we have made is that there is a high prevalence of tolerance developing in the age groups because they have been exposed to pornography longer. As I've said in the presentation, 23-year-olds have a higher tolerance and relapse graphs because they have been exposed to pornography since longer. So this shows that they're involved in extreme kinds of viewing and they want a longer duration for the same reward that they have been getting. So the study also aims to show that it is prevalent in all the age groups which are now, the younger age adults as we have studied.
So the prevalence wants to.
Yes, sir. On top of that, we classify pornography usage into problematic and non-problematic, assessing an individual's domains like salience, mood modification, tolerance, conflict, withdrawal. Assessing those scores, we set a baseline cutoff score as 76. So if a person scored high or almost equal in each domains, a score of 76 and higher indicates that that individual has tendencies of problematic pornography usage.
On top of that, we have also classified each domain wise. A cutoff score of 13 was taken for problematic use from each domain. So, according to our study, 24 years were more involved in the problematic use in each domain.
So the more younger population is getting used to pornography, and as they are moving older, they are getting more tolerant to the pornography. That is the conclusion of the study. That's good. So the comparison is between 21 and 22 years. That is only the tolerance was the one which was significantly different. Rest of the things were similar. That's what it is. Thank you.
So thank you again for a wonderful presentation, and judging by the catcalls your presentation received, it's very clear that this topic is still considered taboo. So other topics are becoming acceptable, and thank you for being bold enough to bring this topic. Okay, fine. So I also received such a big applause, so what I said is right. So now, see, you have identified the problem. The youngsters, I feel, are going to be curious. They'll need to explore, and probably, and then some part of it is natural. But what do you do to ensure that we give them enough education that the bad porn is cut out? So how do you strike a balance? What is lacking in India? What we are not doing right?
Ma'am, to quote the Streisand effect, when we try to censor information from anyone, we have an unexplained higher exposure to that specific topic. So if we tell someone not to watch something censored, the unexplained response is people tend to look at censored things more often. So we can't change the pornographic industry at all. Because, and again, there's an internet maxim called the Rule 34. If anything exists on the internet, there is pornography of it. And if something doesn't exist, they will make pornography of it. So we can't cut down the pornographic industry at any cost. That's been tried many times by the Indian government. The Indian government tried to censor many pornographic websites, over 900. But the Indian population chose ways around it very easily, like using private networks, VPNs, etc. So now we only can treat the individual watching porn right now. If it's children, if parental control must be taken, controlling their device usage, that can only be done, but the pornographic industry cannot be changed.
I would like to add one more point. In the young adults, as we mentioned in the study, most of them, as we know, do not have exposure to proper sexual education, teaching, or any kind of sexual education. We would also like to add a point in the sexual education which is being given to the students right now. Some point about internet literacy, where they should know what actually is bad or good, so that they will like to determine it from their own thought process. We cannot force or tell them that this is bad. If you tell someone that is bad, as she said, they'll obviously try to go towards it.
Yeah, that's, I think, human nature, and very good answer. So I think everything should not be taboo. You need to talk about it so that it becomes a natural topic. We don't get so many catcalls. It's just discussed in the spirit of things. So I think that's the correct answer. Yeah, please go ahead.
Congratulations. As Madam said, and as seeing the applause, it's a very cool topic, and I really appreciate your move towards talking on this topic. My question is it an individual choice, or what do you think about the environment around the person who chooses to watch porn?
So specifically in internet pornography, statistics say that 37% of people who visit the internet are prompted to such websites without their knowledge. And these pop-up advertisements, these very erotic ads on the internet are very prevalent, and they're targeting the wrong audience as well. on the internet without any user registration. If a 13-year-old child goes on the internet, the websites don't know that 13-year-olds are looking at the website. Maybe the ads are targeted to a very mature population, but such mature advertisements are being targeted to the wrong audience, and the wrong audience is getting affected without their knowledge.
But do you know, can you mention any country or single or many countries who have actually banned this websites?
In our country, the Uttar Pradesh government has tried to ban pornography, but it has been a massive failure in my opinion, because it is widely prevalent. There is no other. There are many other ways to circumvent a ban.
There are countries who have totally banned these.
Yes, ma'am. There is censorship in China and also a lot of countries, even Japan. But there is not enough evidence.
And China itself censoring Google from their search engines and pornography as well. But in statistics, China has the biggest internet traffic for pornography websites.